Hello viewers and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Last time we added a body to the graveyard. Sad. Killed by a crazed Gnasher. Killed by 4 consecutive attacks by crazed Gnashers. And the thing is, she actually survived all that onslaught. She toughed it out. She was a trooper. And then she bled to death. Which is, you know, embarrassing. Alright, so what's compelling here? Reward-wise. That's not bad. 15% is a little bit light. That seems crummy. Also, busts are the thing we need least. Caution cloak. None of this stuff has blown me away. That's feather crystal's okay. That seems fine. Well, I suppose we'll do this. Plus 10% scouting chance is not irrelevant. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. So how set up are you? You are set up exactly the way I like a ranged Vestal to be set up. And this will give us a chance to push a couple of our other party members up. You and you. How about that? Yep, you're set up alright. Back to the Land of Green missions where things don't really matter that much. I hate to say it, but the green missions are perhaps a little on the easy side. Can you use Incision from the 3rd row? You can. Yeah, Noxious Blast is probably just as good, though. The Plague Doctor's base damage is not impressive. So that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, let's go kill some easy level monsters. These medium missions, I am not going to bring a 4th shovel. You are not going to get me to do that. I had forgotten how many things there are that involve keys, or how many curios there are that get a positive result from keys. Here in the Weald, I feel like we spent really a huge amount of time in the Weald.
Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Alright, we're gonna snake around here and then head up. Oh, I probably, you know, I don't really need to give them trinkets, but I probably should have at least given somebody the scouting map. Oh, you're a klepto. Okay, well that's changing. You see that? Just straight up stole everything. Also, doesn't even have her skills set up appropriately. Huh. You know what? After what we just saw, since we have the ability to go around this without using a shovel, that's exactly what we're going to do. Ah, I see. This was supposed to be our first hallway. That's why it dropped a barricade to redirect us. Rainbow Corp, is there anything that you're not going to just jam your hand into? So, like I was saying last video, people tremendously underestimate or overestimate the both positive and negative impact of quirks. But let me just say this for the record. I've said multiple times that the quirks that cause your party members to interact with things compulsively are the worst ones. The only ones that are worth thinking about removing. Well, almost the only ones. There are some that directly impact your combat stats to such a degree that it's not wise to ignore them. But Kleptomaniac is by far the worst of these, like hugely so.
The fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Get rid of Kleptomaniac as soon as you can, always. So what's this guy? This guy's at 8. So one more attack landing on him, or one more of his turns, we'll, alright, here we go. How do I want to do this? Yeah, let's just give him the bleed out. Oh! A miss. Well, you still get the debuff, unfortunately. We'll start it on the big guy. The big guy is not too scary. A lot of the enemy types have a 2-space enemy as their occasional tough guy, and those are usually pretty scary. You don't see a lot of those in the green missions. Most of them can only spawn in the yellow, orange-ish, and higher. But you can bring in bloodletters right away, and it turns out that they are just not that scary. He's at 14 and he's got 11 points on him. So there we go. Now he's dead. This seems like a fine time to lick your wounds.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
That's a start. I like to see that many slots on the treasure screen, and 1,250 gold in that chest. Excellent. Alright, we do not have the option of skipping this blockage, because we're only allowed to skip 2 rooms. So we would have to get in here anyway. So, we can explore, grab loot while our torch runs down. This little group of rooms back here, hopefully, will be fairly lucrative. Yep, eat up. Alright, a torch sconce, that's fine, but unexciting. Oh, it did have food. So wait, was the food just jammed into the little basket that holds the torch, or... I'm sure that quote-unquote basket has a real name and that I've made myself look like quite a fool in front of all of the torch enthusiasts in the audience. Listen, I know you're out there. I've been around SCA people before. They're enthusiasts for everything. Wow, hunger again, huh? Alright, you think you can keep your hands off this Rainbow Court? Thank you. Wow. Not as much food as usual, but quite a bit more gold than I was expecting. So... do I want to camp here? Is that actually worth doing? I can leave 2 rooms unexplored, so that means I have to hit 6 more. Oh, I see that a trap has spawned. Alright, who's good at disarming this stuff? 70, 90, 70... Alright. Malvalet, good work. Malvalet? Malvalet? I like Malvalet. I decided not to camp. There's too much dungeon left, in my opinion. If you know you have a party that has good camping buffs, then it is advisable to hit your camp early and just let the buffs carry you through the rest of the dungeon. I don't remember what camping skills these guys have at all, so... I'm not going to bother to camp early, and we're just going to push on. Alright, she needs one more... just a little love tap. Wow.
Destroy them all.
That dog taps pretty hard. Alright, so that's 4 per turn. An unfortunate dodge, to be sure. But, fortunately, he attacked the guy with the selfie.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
It would be better if his self-heal also did damage, like the Vestals, but it'll do.
But a victory nonetheless.
Alright, let's see here. Still true. At this level, these things just gotta die. It's important to prioritize your targets correctly. And fungal artillery are the worst. Right, I keep forgetting that she doesn't actually have the attack that hits the middle too. Alright, so once again, we just need a little tap. That tap was sufficient. One more good attack on him. So yeah, I'm not super happy about losing that, not super happy about losing that Vestal in the last episode. Spoilers, I guess, if you're watching the series out of order for some reason. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. And it says in a big splash thing, some splash text right at the beginning of the game when you launch it. It tells you flat out, this is a game about making the best of a bad situation. People are going to die. It's just a part of the thing. Alright. Makes the Plague Doctor's attack completely superfluous.
Unforgiving.
Oh, that is not lethal. Sad. Now she gets hit for 7, because you can't blast a guy with a lightning bolt straight. That ought to do it. Okay. Free healing time! Yay! You, just yell at him real hard. Excellent. More free healing. And then he bleeds.
Death by inches.
I think this is... No, that's not an anti-venom thing. The mysterious tree that looks a bit like that is the one that takes anti-venom. But is it called Mysterious Tree, or it's called Old Hollowed Out Log or something? Alright, this could be a little hairy for our poor Hellion, depending on how these claw dudes want to launch their attacks. Ah, man. Very dodgy. Especially for low-level monsters. Yep, here it comes. They're gonna just focus her down as hard as they can, I think. Nope. Do I want to cudgel? Nah, let's just kill her. The cudgel landing the stun at least, would also have killed her. Let's go hard on this guy. Yeah, okay, that'll work. That'll do. You're already dead, which removes some of the value of attack. Yeah, it's still right. Let's get a stun on that back one.
Their formation is broken.
It doesn't feel as fancy when you only get one person with the stun. Oh, they really don't care for her.
Now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Yep. Unfortunately, death's door. It's alright, we'll live.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
And we've moved her up enough to let her have the a taste of our Hellion sweet vengeance. stun on this guy will pretty much lock the battle all the way up. So let's keep giving her health. And now let's finish this guy off. Yep, done for. And hey look, there's even a corpse for us to attack. But we'll give 1 point of healing. I don't know how Poilet ended up with so much more stress than everybody else.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Hey you, get reinvigorated by this fountain. Alright, we'll come down here, hit this room, and that will leave us actually not very many left. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that was there. We may camp upon returning to this room, seeing as how we have so few left. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna use the oh, actually, things are going so well. Maybe I should just push onward and then camp when the mission's over, just to use it as a way of releasing stress. Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep pushing on. We're gonna leave the light off or the light low until we get to this curio. Sometimes a torch is just a torch, I suppose. Alright, let's see what lies in wait for us. It's definitely an annoying fight. Solid crit to start with. Aww. I was hoping we might be able to get 2 damage on that guy. Okay, now he's dead. Took 1 more attack than I would have liked. Oh, how unfortunate. That moves him up right as her turn comes up. Well, y'all ought to buy us some time here. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not bad at all. Alright, let's try to get rid of this thing as quickly as possible. Unless it dodges all of our attacks. Alright, that'll help with the damage output of the Blight. It guarantees a couple of hits on it. We're just going nuts with Bleed Out. And it is a very powerful skill, right? Again with the dodging, she cannot land a hit. Alright, so he just needs to be tapped. Situations like that are where I wish that I had Hound's Harry. Ooh. Always with the violence on this one. He's at 65, yeah. Just keep yelling at him. Okay, so he's dead. We just have to finish off this fungal shambler. How about some of this? Yeah, we all could use a little help, man. We're gonna get a group heal from the Vestal in a second here, though. Of course, not before she goes to Death's Door, completely ruining her stats. The debuff for having been on Death's Door at some point during the mission is not very large, but the debuff for currently being on Death's Door is actually pretty bad. I'm gonna make sure we get this guy down before we get attacked again.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Sadly, she always gets to attack when her when her bleed will knock her down to death's door. Alright. That should be... Was that lethal? Yeah, that was good enough. Okay, so everybody, just heal yourselves. That was fortuitous.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Now let's just... I'm never going to remember to use it, right? Why even carry it around? Alright. Now I'm going to use the campfire as an efficient way of healing her up.
To steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Let's see here. We actually didn't end up bringing a lot of healing, which is embarrassing. Well, so let's do some more mundane stuff. Let's encourage therapy dog. That always works for me. 5 more, huh? Alright, well, you can almost certainly afford to sharpen your spear. And somebody else needs a 3-point buff. Actually, it might be you. Yeah, let's do that. That's a pretty cute dog, I have to admit.
In Radiance,
No
may we
ambush?
find victory.
Wait. Did I not interact with the thing in this room? I didn't. You do it. He could use the dog as a primitive lever to get the casket roof off. Casket roof? Casket door? It's probably door. Well, I don't anticipate having a huge problem with this. Let's just make sure the spider goes down. He's the only dangerous one. Wow, we're having a remarkably hard time making sure the spider goes down. I should have finished all... Oh, that's right. She can't hit the 3rd row anyway. I instinctively just kind of clicked in front because I'm so used to things that are on low health also having a dot on them. Alright, we finally got him. Sadly, the Hellion is not going to be able to prevent him from attacking. She gets to him eventually. Hey, free shovel.
This expedition at least promises success.
I'm a pretty big fan of free shovel here in the Weald. Alright, last hallway. This is not terribly interesting because it was such an easy mission. Okay, surprised ectoplasms. This is definitely the best kind of ectoplasm. Oh, he resisted the blight, though. What a jerk. She's at 7 health. Yep, let's get kills. Or let's miss the enemies for no reason. Doesn't that sound like fun? Alright, we gotta reduce the number of incoming attacks so we don't end up with something like somebody getting killed all at once. Annoying. So yeah, that's the gimmick for these guys. They are a huge bummer. This party is a little bit lacking in AoE. You can really only AoE the back 2 rows, which is pretty non-ideal. We had so many of the same misses there that we had last time. Yes, good enough. It didn't have to be very big, but I appreciate that she went big anyway. Alright. So hopefully we can keep this one from being able to act. Yeah, alright. We have won the fight. Let's celebrate by healing our Hellion. And if you think that doesn't count as much of a celebration, think about it from the Hellion's point of view. Let's at least crack this chest, huh?
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, and aren't we glad we did? Yeah, what the heck, let's push on. We're all in pretty good shape. We do have the food to support these actions, right? Yeah, we're good. A stack of food should be more than sufficient. Alright, we know that these rooms won't have battles. But we cannot say the same of the hallways between them. Alright, let's see what's on the other side of this. There's no good reason for us to do that, probably. Yeah, we just kind of threw away 5 entire gold. I think that's what they buy shovels back for.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
I do so love it when they start spawning this close together. Alright, well, not a bad haul at all. Sadly, nobody pushes up into level 3. That's pretty good. That's annoying. It's not the end of the world. We are going to get Rambocourt into the quirk removal building quickly.
Terrible wonders I have come to know.
Because otherwise I will forget, and then next time that I use her, she'll still be a klepto, and I will still be bewildered by her behavior. Alright, let's see. Let's sort by stress. Who needs to take a break? You need to take a break. How much do you have? 34? And we'll just let her sit. What is that? Does the stagecoach have a Vestal? It does not. Well, the rest of you can stay put. Alright, I think that about does it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon. Come back next time when we continue to slowly tread water while trying to replace all the units that I've carelessly lost.